We can speak now to Chavi, who was here on Sunday for the event, the Hanukkah by the Sea event, and witnessed the shooting. Thank you for joining me. You were here with your 7-month-old baby.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
So I was chatting to my friend, holding my baby. Thank God I picked up my baby 10 minutes before and he wasn't in the pram. And we suddenly hear fireworks. That's what I thought, because I live in Australia. I didn't know people had guns. And I look up to the sky and it's beautifully blue. And suddenly I hear everyone screaming, down, down, everyone get down. And I just took my baby and I just literally went down to the ground and used my body as a human shield, trying to protect my baby from the gunshots, in complete disbelief and shock and horror. My baby's, it was ground like this, so he's muddy and there's grass and his face is all red and he has sweat dripping down and he's screaming on the top of his lungs, and I'm just there trying to shield him but also trying not to suffocate him as well.
How terrifying for you. At the same time, I guess around you, did you see people dying, people being shot?
So I I went into the zone of being a mum and I need to protect my baby. So I was on the ground trying to protect my baby. Next to me were donut crates. And so I just took a crate thinking that that could maybe be a shield. And then I'm hearing, to me it sounded still like fireworks, but it was gunshots. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm hearing people scream in Hebrew. But I was so just focused on my baby and I made sure not to look up. Because, yeah.
And you're from Bondi. You are Jewish. You were there for this event. Yeah. What does it mean for you seeing your local community like that? I mean, that bridge, you know, a very, very staple part of Bondi.
100%. I've been to that park. I've been to this Hanukkah event, the Festival of Lights. For the last few years, I go there every single year. I went to celebrate with my community, and it was. I want to just say that this was an attack against the Jewish community. This was not an attack against Aussies. And actually, on another news channel, Aussie saw the attackers, and the attackers did like this to him, one of the gunmen, one of the terrorists, and then he went and he started shooting on the Jews. This was a Jewish festival. This was against Jewish Australians. And I, as a Jew and as an Australian, I love Australia. I love Bondi. I come here basically every day. And for us, like right now, we're seriously contemplating, is this safe for us as Jews? Is Jews in the diaspora safe? It's something that is really on our heads.
The Albanese government has been criticised by many in the Jewish community, particularly leaders as well, for not doing enough when it comes to anti-Semitic threats. What is your opinion on the way the government has acted?
100%. 100%. I agree with all of the opinions that were echoed. I actually don't have my phone, my pram or anything. It's all there, but what I've seen a little bit, because I'm a bit MIA, missing in action on the social media, but for me, the writing was literally on the walls. When people write, Zio baby killer, my brother's home in Melbourne was graffitied with all these things and all these slogans. When you allow that to happen, when you allow protests and people to start saying all these chants, they're not against Israel, they're against Jewish people. And we've got to start the freedom of speech thing. This is hate speech. And they are not everyone obviously, but many extremists, not people in general, but extremists, they really have a hatred in their hearts. And for me also, whatever is going on in the Middle East, everyone is entitled to their opinions, but that should not be impacting Jewish people here in Australia. And the fact that bad behavior was perpetuated again and again, and things went from graffiti to vandalism to cars being firebombed to synagogues being firebombed. Like, how much more do we need for us to wake up and realize that anti-Semitism is very much a real threat that exists? And I lost people who I know. I lost my friend, lost her dad, who was a hero trying to combat the terrorists. My other friend's brother-in-law, we actually were with his children as well, his little baby and his little son. The image of his little son still holding his hot dog after. He's still holding his little hot dog after this whole chaos, and he has no idea what has happened to his loved one, and we have no idea what has happened, and it was just complete craziness and chaos. And yeah, as a community, we are distraught, we are broken, but we're going to channel all these feelings and channel it into continuing to do acts of goodness and kindness, and channel it into positivity and to light and to life and for peace. And this is who we are as the Jewish people. We're not surprised by this attack, unfortunately. And you just have to have a little glimpse at Jewish history. It's entrenched in bloodshed, but we get up the next morning, we thank God. I'm so grateful to God that I'm alive and that my baby is alive. And I'm going to channel all these emotions and just continue being a good person, continue in my acts of goodness and kindness, and make this world a better place.
Chavi, I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss and so thankful that you and your baby are okay. Thank you for telling me your story.
No worries. Thank you, guys. Thanks.